what happened? What happened right now? Because this story has taken a twist I wasn't expecting. I always thought about who can you trust? Which family could you trust? Could you trust Roman's father? Could you not? Could you? It didn't even matter which person you met throughout the book or who was introduced. You weren't sure if you can trust them because there was something was going on, and you could tell. I always trusted Roman, I always trusted Juliet because they're the main characters. I always trusted the Calloway? Yeah, I think the last name of Juliet is Calloway. I always trusted the Calloway brothers. Always. I trusted Roman's father too. Yeah, so the Montgomerys. I trusted Merrick, the best friend of Roman. Now we're, I think, 90% through this book, or 80, and something was revealed, and I just can't think straight because I thought we could trust them, and clearly we couldn't because they had it all planned out. So I'm a little bit shocked about how this book and this story is turning out because I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was a cute little Romeo and Juliet adaptation without the death of them both. And now I don't think we get the death. Thank God. But different kind of mindfucks. Yeah. My mind is a little bit blown away. Yeah. But this is a good sign for this book. So this is a good sign. I'm excited. What the fuck?
Hey guys, what is up? I thought I shared some thoughts again because I'm on my warning on my morning walk currently, and I found this bench in the shadow, and it's very calming. And I don't know, being in the nature is something I've learned helped me with anxiety and mental struggles, because life is throwing you challenges in your path, and sometimes I can't really, I don't know how to figure things out at the moment. So right in the moment, what is right, what is wrong, what is there to do, what is there not to do, and I don't know. Sometimes I think, is it enough what we're doing? Is it enough what we're saying or creating? Today I feel a little bit restless. Yeah, I think restless is the perfect description for how I feel. I feel good. I feel aligned. I feel connected with the universe, but also a little bit restless in forcing some situations, or doing more, doing much more than I can. And so I've learned throughout the years of working and just living life that sometimes doing less is more, taking breaks mentally and physically is such a game changer, because I always think I'm doing way too less than I should do because I've got time. I don't want to feel lazy, I don't want to be seen as lazy. I don't want to see myself as lazy, and it's it's very easy for me to picture myself being lazy when I think about myself and what I did today, but I never think about what I did do today, what I did do at 6 in the morning and so on, and not taking a break until, I don't know, 9 or 10, you know. I don't see that, and for me it always feels too little. And this is so stupid. I think it is never too little what we're doing, because we have to connect with our body, with our mind. We have to regulate our nervous system, and if we're not connected, how are we supposed to feel if something is too much, if something is stressing us out when we're in hustle mode? So what I want to say is, it is okay, and a reminder for you and as well as for me, it is okay to do less and be proud of it still, because I'm proud of myself. I'm proud what I did today, and it's okay to feel restless, and everything you feel is okay. So I think that's a very good conclusion of how life should feel, and stressing out is fucking unnecessary. It's unnecessary, because I did that the last 10 years of my life, stressing out about everything: body, mind, workplace, what I want to do with my life, where I want to live and stuff like that. And the best part of this life is go with the flow, trust the process, figure out what makes you feel happy, you know, what keeps you going, what is something you can't stop thinking about, you know. I think for me that was the perfect lesson. The last 10 years I was so stressed out, so mentally ill, at sometimes more, sometimes less, but still it was so hard to be happy and be in the moment and enjoy the moment, because I was always running. And now I took some time off, and I take my time to figure out what I like, who I want to be as a person, you know. And it feels good. It feels little bit. It doesn't feel right always, because in my mind there is this strong belief that we have to hustle hard to achieve something. But I can tell you from my experience, I achieved much more in the last 6 months in doing less than in the last 10 years of doing so much, you know. Doing so much for society. Society is telling you or not telling you, oh, that's good, and now you're good, and now you're someone. Who is telling you that? Nobody. Society wants you to believe you're only a good person and you can only achieve something if you're stressing yourself out, hustle all day, all night, until you're at your own personal edge, you know. And I know there's more to life. I know that there isn't only 9-to-5 jobs and stuff. There is a place for creative people. I know that. But it's hard if you're coming from another world where hustle culture is a thing, and to unlearn these things is kind of a challenge, but it's so worth it, guys. It's so worth it, because I don't know, living like this the last 6 months and not stressing myself out, having slow mornings in the morning. When I don't want to do anything, I don't do anything, because I trust myself. When I had enough rest, I want to do the things. You know, I want to create videos, I want to edit stuff, I want to podcast and stuff, and I don't have to force myself. Because when I'm forcing myself, there's there is nothing good about it, you know. The outcome isn't as I want it to be. I'm stressed out, the energy isn't right, you know. I feel energy very deeply, and I can feel when the energy is stressed and when the energy is forced, and it's a very low vibration and a very low energy. And when I'm relaxed, and there is this light energy, and then there's this fun in doing things, you know, and that is the most important part. I figured that out for myself. Maybe it's not for you, maybe you like hustle culture and stressing yourself out, but it's not for me, and I can only recommend living a life like this, or trying to live a life like this. Romanticize your life, connecting with the universe, trusting the universe has always your back, you know, and will always gives you opportunities. And sometimes, and that's a very hard thing to see, I saw it for myself because I felt it was so wrong. All of the jobs, or most of the jobs I was doing, they felt so wrong. I had so much anxiety. I was so stressed out. I was so tired all of the time. And I really, really tried to be this person, to be this good person, to be this good, hard-working person. But in the end, it kind of destroyed me, and kind of, I lost myself in the process, you know. I wasn't in the moment. I was always 10 steps ahead or in the past, and I ran all of the time, and it was exhausting. I was exhausting myself, coming home after a long day at work and being so stressed out that I binged. So this was also a reason why I binged, because even now when I still stress myself out to this day. I'm not perfect, I'm in the process, but I'm seeing things, see myself when I'm stressed out, feel it for myself. Ooh, I'm stressing myself out again.
Good morning, guys. I wanted to tell you I finished, or almost finished, Burning Daylights. I'm 10 pages before the finishing line, and what a journey, because it was a very good book and I would definitely recommend it, like I said in the last video. It had so many twists and turns, and you couldn't have figured out the bad guys. I mean, maybe you could have, but I didn't. It was a very fun read, and the last 10 pages, or last I think it's the last chapter, is a teaser for the next book, I guess. I think it will be Lance's book, so Juliet's brother, Lance, who piqued also my interest, and Genevieve, the girlfriend of his friend. Yeah, and Lance has to protect her. I don't know why, because Art, the actual boyfriend of Genevieve, can't do that or is busy. I didn't get that, but it's Roman's point of view right now, and he looks at Lance in the bar, and Genevieve is the waitress in the bar, and he goes like, Genevieve, he doesn't say a word, and when I glance around the table, nobody else is paying him any mind. But I see it because I've felt it, the twitch in his jaw, the way his fingers curl like he's holding himself back. So he's talking about Lance. The way his gaze lingers too long before he forces himself to turn away like it didn't mean anything. Guys, it's about Lance. The next book has to be about Lance and Genevieve, and I will read it because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Burning Daylights. The story's over. Romeo and Juliet have their happy ending. Yes, ma'am. Thank God. Some people died. some people don't, who should have been dead, like in the original Romeo and Juliet, but it's good. It's a very good book. I think it's very fast paced. It's happening very fast, but it's also a slow burn, if that makes sense. So it was a very fun read, and I would definitely recommend. And I think I will do a reading vlog for the next book because it was so much fun. Guys, I look like a crazy person. In every video since I've uploaded my first vlog, I look like a crazy person. I'm not a crazy person. You have to know that. I mean, I am a little bit of a crazy person, but oh my god, I don't know. So yeah, we have to deal with that. Because that's real. That's how I pick up the camera. So just when I feel it, I pick it up, and I look always crazy. So maybe that's a sign, maybe not. Yeah, I will definitely finish this book, and we will see each other in the next video, in the next vlog. I think it will be a reading vlog, but maybe I decide against it. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. Have a nice day, have a nice week, and enjoy yourself. Read a book. Please let me know in the comments what your current read is. I'm very interested in that. And yeah, we will see each other again. Bye.